It's luminous hair today. It's going to have to stay this way. Ah, Casey's here. Hey, darling. Alexis. Geezy. K West. Ruby01. What are the limits to manifesting? Well, there aren't really any. You can be, do, and have anything you want, except think about it logically. Like if you're trying to get to space tomorrow or something, probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like within kind of a logic. Sometimes you've got to think, not logical. You don't want to be really realistic and logical. I don't want to say that because that's kind of saying you can't do certain things. But you know what I mean? Like if you want to revive a dead body and they've been dead for 20 years, well, probably not. You know what I mean? I have an old love of yours playing right now, lol. Time to his pause. What? I have an old love of yours playing right now. Oh, I have an old live of yours. I was like, what? Time to pause. Oh, darling. Hi, you just want to say thank you for everything. Oh, thank you, VC0798. Who is this? Thank you, darling. Hello, amazing woman. All the way from the Caribbean. Oh! I never got there. My dad travelled around the Caribbean on a yacht and I never got there. Look at my hair today, guys. I mean, what do? Do I push this bit down? Do I touch it? It's so voluminous on one side. It looks ridiculous. Yeah. I'm so happy you're alive. Yay! How much today? I'm great, Amber, darling. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Someone wrote on my bloody Facebook this morning, I'm here to help you. I've heard, what was it? It was like she was obviously trying to be very sweet, but she was requesting to join the group. She said, I've heard from a friend that you've had a number of breakdowns recently. And I was like, number of breakdowns? Darling, that's not a breakdown. That was just called crying. Fuck. It's like, no, I haven't had a number of breakdowns. You would know if I'd had a breakdown. I'd be in the psych ward. Trust me. I've had 2. They're not pretty. This was nothing like a breakdown. Thank you for your help. What's this? My love and I recently split, trying to manifest her back. All right, darling. So start seeing you and her together. If you can, go and revise the breakup as if it never fucking happened. They never said what they said. You never said what you said. You never said the hurtful things that you each other said to each other, or you never did the hurtful things. If you can't do that, imagine everything's forgiven and forgotten. They love you and they're still with you and they're going to be back any day now. But in your heart and your head, you're together. And also assess what self-concept, shitty thoughts you had and what fearful thoughts you had that caused the breakup and affirm against those. Oh, Loz, I got scammed. How can I manifest them to give my money back? Oh, darling, just imagine the money back in your account, how that comes about. You do not know. That happened to me once and I just imagined I get the money back. I'd signed up for something and then they kept taking the money out and I just went to my bank and said, I did not sign up for this. I just lied and said I didn't sign up for it and they just gave me all the money back. You know what I mean? Just affirm that you can see the money in your bank. Oh, thank God I got all my money back. What a relief to get all my money back, and then it will come about in its own way. Do you believe what you resist persists? I hate that expression. What does that mean exactly? I guess it's true, but like if you've got an old thought and you're not dealing with it and it's old self-concept and you've never dealt with it, well, yeah, it will persist throughout your entire lifetime until you confront it, I guess. Good to see everyone. Yay! I'm manifesting my ex back, but going on a date with a new guy next week. Is that okay? Absolutely, guys. They'll still come back and don't worry about it. Hi, Loz. I have to affirm till I see the results. Josh, it's called thinking. Are you going to think until the results turn up, or are you just going to stop thinking until then? Guys, affirming is just new thinking. Please don't think of it as a job. It's just new thinking. You're persisting in new thinking. That's what affirming is. I don't even have questions anymore. Just love watching the lives. Give me motivation. Oh, Nat, wonderful. If I'm affirming marriage with SP, does it hurt to visualize how I want our date to go this week? No, darling, but you can imagine your lovely date as if you're looking back on it. I remember we went on that gorgeous date, babe, blah, blah, blah. But you're married now. See it that way. If you can twist your brain around it that way. Because if we're married, I wouldn't be visualizing our dates. Well, you could look back on your dates and be thinking how wonderful they were when you first started courting and he took you to romantic places. What do you do now for me? You never take me fucking anywhere. You have a conversation like that. When's the last time you took me on a date like that? It's been 50 years. My defectiveness schema has been triggered and I don't know what to do about keeping my self-concept in check. Oh, Ruby, what's happened? Completely unexpected plot twist, that one. What's the plot twist? Plot twist, Rob? Self-concept point, SP is back with her ex and I'm shocked but I don't care. Oh, back with her ex? But you don't care? Oh, good. Good that you don't care, darling. That's wonderful. Well, that must mean your self-concept is really on point, darling. That's great. Hi, Jody. I had a different guy ask me for lunch today. Oh. Okay, I seem to have bad days recently with the old story, yet my SP is showing up. How do I fix this? Look, if they're showing up, just keep seeing the new version of them and don't be triggered by them. And if the old story's running in your brain, that's your problem. It's got nothing to do with them. You just got to get rid of the old story a lot. Be more vigilant in getting rid of it. Focus on the new story, new story, new story, new him, new me, new me, new me. Only see the new you and the new him. Hi, Truth Serum. Lots more movement with SP. We went to breakfast to choose a name for our baby. Oh, Janet, did you? Oh, how lovely. That's beautiful. How to make SP liking other girls' pics. What do you mean? How to make SP liking other girls' pics? Make him stop doing it? Why do you care? Why are you threatened by that? It's just girls on the internet. Who gives a shit? That's something in you, darling, where you feel threatened by other women. You compare yourself a lot to other girls. I would assess that. It's got nothing to do with him. As soon as you stop worrying about it, he'll stop doing it. He's doing it because you're reflecting out, I'm not good enough for you. You look at other girls. I'm not sexy enough. I'm not enough. And then he'll look at other girls until you stop thinking those shitty thoughts. So I can affirm out loud. Yes, darling, affirm out loud or in your head. Either way. What's this? I have amazing news. Can I share? Yes, Truth Serum, do. Sorry, all new to this. Don't say sorry, Josh. Should I refrain from contacting her? Well, up to you, darling, but do it from a place of confidence if you're going to. Do you know what the outcome's going to be? Are you going to be happy if she... Either way. Just a few months ago, I visualised sitting on my SP's sofa. Guess where I'm sitting tonight? Penny? Love it. Well, you know you did that, darling. Wonderful. Hang on. What? I'm really confused. SP had to go back home to UK but doesn't know when he can get back. He has been silent for 3 days. Don't worry about Katie. Don't give it bad meaning. Silent for 3 days. Maybe he's busy. Maybe he's getting his house organised. Maybe he got stuck in the airport. Who fucking cares? Don't give it bad meaning and just affirm that he's going to miss you like hell and it's going to make him want to be with you even more. I was having so much positive movement and then reacted badly, lashed out on him and now don't talk. Okay, Ella. Jesus, you're doing a me. Don't do me. Don't lash out and react. That's my shit. Okay? That's coming from your self-concept still not on point. You haven't got rid of the old story about you. You haven't got rid of the triggers in you that allow you to be triggered by him. You've got to understand that whatever you lashed out about with him has nothing to do with him. I was trying to explain this to a friend last night. And I was trying to explain to her the 3 situations we were talking about with 3 different men had nothing to do with the men. And she kept saying, but I want him to say sorry. Or I just don't think, the way he hurt me, I don't think I want to be friends with him anymore. And I was saying, but it's all about you. This is all about you. And if you don't fix this with these 3 guys or see it as it was all you, you'll just do it with the next 3 guys. And you'll just react to the next 3 guys. And end friendships with the next 3 guys. It'll just perpetuate. Ella, you've really got to see that you caused that reaction from your trigger. If you can see that, assess against it, imagine that he doesn't care. He doesn't care when you act crazy. He loves it when you act crazy. He loves you anyway. Doesn't matter what you do, he loves you anyway. Got it? Thanks so much. When I get married, I'll send you an invite. Wonderful, darling. Was affirming at work earlier and a customer with SP's name randomly said, you're the best. Oh, Lord. My SP had a post and one of his comments was someone overthinking. Oh, really? Feel like he was trying to make me jealous because that was something I was insecure during Relo. Look, guys, if they try and make you jealous or say something, look, anytime they ever say anything that triggers you, in the relationship, during the relationship, you've got to understand it's coming from your trigger. I remember I said to my SP once, maybe I should get Botox. And he said, maybe. And because I've never had it. And I was so shocked that he said it, but I thought, well, that's my fear, that I'm getting old. And then he's younger than me. And so, of course, he reflected that by saying maybe. He wasn't being insulting. He was literally reflecting back my shitty thinking about myself, about my appearance. And I was like, oh, and I was really hurt, but I've got to realise, well, I thought that, didn't I? That I should get it. So I can't be angry at him. Hey, Miriam. So tip to anyone, don't react and lash out. It would have to be my biggest tip, Ella, because that's what I do, and I fuck things up doing that, and you've really got to undo it. And I'm not saying you fucked it up. I want you to undo it in your brain quickly. Go back and revise what happened, revise what you did, revise what you said, revise the lashing out. Imagine that you said, oh, babe, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to act that way, or you didn't even do it. One of the two. And if you can't revise and you find the revision really hard, just imagine he doesn't care, and he loves you anyway. I'm so glad to see your lives. I'm trying my best here on this uphill battle, trying to keep positive. Oh, why are you saying it's an uphill battle? Well, it will be, darling. Why are you calling it a battle? Love is a battlefield. Like, what a fucking terrible song. What a depressing fucking song. Honestly, you're saying this whole thing is a battlefield, are you? You're going uphill on. Good luck with that. What happens in battle? People get killed. Terrible shit happens in battles. Stop describing it that way. I realised men... Where's this? Hey, Loz, I focus on living the end with my SP, married 15 years in the future, and? Where's part 2? My mum said twice that she thinks I'll be engaged in the next 6 to 12 months. Yes, everyone, you pushed out. Love it. Even your mum's reflecting it. Wonderful. I'm tired of waiting of him. What's this? Bless combo. What are you talking about? I'm tired of waiting of him. Oh, we'll give up, darling. This is not the place for you. We don't give up here. You've got the wrong account. You've got to go to some account where some dumb bitch says, get this or something better. Just get something better because you're not going to get your SP back because they have no free will and you can't do anything about it. We don't believe any of that shit. Meaning I'll explain more on Facebook Live. Oh, Molly. I reacted yesterday to 3D with new guy. Affirmed hard today. We've been texting good today. Tell you on Facebook. Oh, wonderful. Good, darling. If you shouldn't react to 3D, how do you bring up something you two need to work on in your relationship? You don't. That's the thing. This is the key, guys. You've got to understand. If you want them to contact you more, affirm they contact you more. If you want them to be more affectionate, affirm and imagine that they're constantly throwing their arms around you and cuddling you. If you want them to help you around the house, affirm that he's helpful. He's so helpful. He's so wonderfully helpful. He's always helping me around the house. You do it. Every time in your mind. You never, and I repeat, never bring it up. That's old school dating advice, old school relationship advice. And guess what you're doing when you do that? You're telling them they're doing something wrong, which, by the way, guys never like. Because you're undermining their masculinity and saying, you do things wrong, you're not making me happy, you can't please me. And eventually, after you've said it and said it and said it and said it, they go, I give up, bitch. You can never be happy. I can't please you. This is hard. I'll find someone who's easier. And all you're doing is when you're trying to fix things in the relationship that need fixing, you're trying to fix the thing that triggers you. It doesn't fucking trigger him. He doesn't give a shit. But you're being triggered by shit from your childhood that's got nothing to fucking do with him. And then you're telling him, I need you to fix this shit, which has nothing to do with you, which is a reflection of my shitty thinking about myself, which came from my childhood beliefs that my parents gave me and you weren't even fucking around then. And I'm blaming you for shit my parents did to me and put beliefs in my brain. And now I'm blaming you for it and making you change, even though it's me who has to change and my beliefs have to change and my triggers have to go away. But I'm getting triggered by you and I'm expecting you to not trigger me, even though the only person that can stop me being triggered is me. Got it? So if you want to fuck your relationship up, go ahead and have that conversation about fixing things and watch what happens. What is SP? Specific person. Oh my God, this is everything. Oh my God, you explained this so well. Where were you 1.5 years ago? Oh, sorry, guys. Where was I in half of my relationships? Honestly, guys, I wish I knew half this shit years ago. If I'm manifesting my SP back, what should I do with people who ask about a situation? Just say, I don't want to talk about it. It makes me sad. It upsets me. And then people go, oh. Or say, everything's fine. Or whatever you want to say. But try and block the conversation, end the conversation, put it back on them. Your video is amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, darling. Manifesting commitment. Well, why are you worried that they're not committed? Why don't you just say, he's so committed to me. He loves being my man. He loves being my boyfriend. He loves every little thing about me. He loves showing me off as his girl. All those things. New potential SP is too clingy and I want to be single but still see him. What should I affirm? Well, Lynette, I don't believe a word you're saying. What I believe, Lynette, is that you have shitty self-concept still and you're not used to people who are clingy, which is called liking you. You're used to being the pursuer and being a masculine energy and ringing the guy and pursuing the guy and feeling left out and feeling ignored and feeling like you're being left on red and feeling like you have to do in the relationship. And some guys come along and he's reflecting your new self-concept, which you have been working on, but you haven't fully perfected it yet. So you've still got that old feeling of like, oh God, this is too much. It's called love, darling. It's called they like you. Get fucking used to it. It's what happens on here when people have had such in the toilet self-concept and suddenly a new guy comes along and he starts treating her like a queen and you can't fucking handle it because that's about you. Why don't you start getting used to being treated like a queen and a guy liking you? How about that? And if he's really clingy, get rid of him and find a new guy. But I don't believe you when half of you say this shit about clingy. It's called I'm not used to attention. I'm not used to being pursued. I'm not used to being in feminine energy and being a queen. I'm not used to this. Feels weird, feels unfamiliar to get love because I feel so fucking unlovable and not enough. Get used to it. How about that? How about you give this guy a go and stop describing him as clingy and let him in? How about that? Is it that, Lynette? Or he's really a nutcase and a stalker? And if that's the case, you're seeing him that way and describing him that way and then he keeps turning up that way. Stop saying he's clingy and he won't be. It's true. I'm used to being treated like a queen. Oh, you're used to being treated like a queen? Well, then how's that true then, what I just said? If you're used to being treated like a queen, how's this clingy? I don't understand. Explain yourself. What is he doing that's clingy, darling, and I'll help you. I'm sort of stuck. I feel almost numb with manifesting my SP. I don't know if I'm over it or giving up. Well, darling, probably because you've been listening to some absolute fuckwit has told you to do SP affirmations all day. SP, and you're doing it like a nut, and you're not focusing on you. Are you doing that? Who have you been listening to? None of us get numb with manifesting. So I say my SP is going crazy thinking about me. She misses me like crazy. Can't go a day without talking. Yes, all that. All that, darling. That's wonderful. Yes. It's true. Hang on. Loz, what does current 3Ds delayed mean? I keep hearing about it. It literally means this. Everything in your current reality is your thoughts manifest. Once you thought it, then it was manifest. Not once. Like when I say once, I don't mean you had one thought. I mean you predominantly thought it a lot. This is one example. And people are like, I didn't give my mum COVID. My mum got COVID. I didn't give her COVID. Do you think anyone in your family might get COVID? Did you watch the news in fear every night thinking someone in your family might get COVID? Ta-da, people in your reality got COVID. I know that sounds ridiculous, but people who concentrate and sit and watching the news are the ones getting COVID. The people who are anti-vaxxers and COVID deniers and shit, they're not the ones getting it half the time. Okay? I know it's a bad example, but it's true. Okay? So what you once thought predominantly in your mind manifests in your reality eventually. And everything outside of you is a mirror reflection of what was happening in your brain, and now it's there in front of you. So if you try and change it, you're changing the past, your past thoughts. So you've got to have new thoughts, and they'll reflect out, and then a new reality will show up in your 3D eventually. Eventually. It might take seconds. It might take minutes. It might take months, depending on how old the story is and how much of a, kind of block in your brain you have about it. Like, if you don't believe your SP loves you, it's going to be very, very hard for them to be manifested back if your old belief is they don't love me. If you start believing they do love you, they do love me, eventually he'll show up. Okay? It's delayed. It's all a reflection. Everything's a mirror. Everything's an echo. It's an echo world. You've said something, you've thought something, and now it's echoing out. Hello, 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 hello. That's what it means. Loz is so funny, I can't. What is manifesting and affirming? Aren't they the same thing? No. Manifesting is what happens after you've affirmed a lot, thought a lot about one thing. So at the moment in your current reality, you've thought a lot of thoughts, predominantly, and they've showed up. You manifested that. You manifested your current reality. What you see with your eyeballs in front of your eyes is your manifestation. What you see, what you're experiencing. The affirming is consciously creating new thoughts that are different from the old thoughts that created the current reality. You're trying to create a new reality with new thinking. That's all affirming is. So I am wanted, I am loved, he loves me so much. They're affirmations. But they're new thinking. Mm-hmm. What? Anyone know if Loz answered my question? Oh, hang on slightly, Hood. Where is it? Hi, Loz. My something director has cancelled as he was offered lots of money to do something else. Any advice? Your miscue director. What's that mean, miscue director? Offered lots of money to do something else. Well, just imagine you get a better one, darling, or he does it for you. Whichever way, you just say, I get my thing done exactly how I want it to, whatever it is you're talking about. Just imagine it's already done, it got done, and how that comes about, whether it's him or someone else, doesn't matter. I don't know what that means. I heard a great sentence for manifesting. It's, I am the exception when I say I get this excited. Yes, I am the exception. It's like she says in that movie, he's just not that into you. You're the exception. Like to all the crazy girls who went crazy and over-texted and sat by the phone and acted like a nut. You're my exception, he says to her. Isn't that lovely in that movie? He says, you're my exception. She goes, there aren't any exceptions. You told me there were no exceptions to the rule, that nothing ever works out if you act like a nut and da-da-da-da-da. And he said, you're my exception. I love that movie. Hang on, where is this hood thing question? I'm trying to find it. Can't see it. I'm scrolling all the way up, darling, and I can't see question. Why don't you put it again? Darling, hood, blah, blah, blah. I can't see question. Put it again, darling. What movie? He's just not that into you. You know that movie? Please tell me if it's long distance, he doesn't get to see my skyrocketed self-concept. No, of course they feel it, darling. They felt it when you were together. They feel it long distance. They don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, distance doesn't matter. People feel your energy wherever they are, whether they're in another country, another room, right in front of you. Right after the kids and I left, he called about work and we ended up talking for another 20 minutes. Oh, what's this? Where's the first part? This is hard to read. I hate it when they're in 3 parts, guys. It's so hard to read. It's so much easier on the Facebook Live. SP talked me into bringing the kids to an event this morning. When I saw him, he was all over me. Wonderful. Hang on. He offered to buy me lunch and we ended up hanging out all afternoon at his parents' for dinner. Right after the kids and I left, he called about work and we ended up talking for another 20 minutes. Oh, wonderful, Tundra. That's great. Love it. How to get rid of doubt. I really want to believe this. Look at your current reality, Ingrid, for fuck's sake. Have you manifested anything in front of you right now that you don't fucking want? Is there anything like, oh, I don't know, the breakup that you manifested with your shitty fucking thoughts about you and him? You did that. Ta-da! You're a fucking masterful manifester. Guys, if you're doubting this, look at your fucking breakup. Did you think any thoughts that then they reflected back and said to you like, I'm not ready for a relationship, or I want to play the field, or I don't love you as much as you love me, or you deserve someone better, or you're a nutcase? Whatever the fuck they said, did you think those thoughts at some point? Oh, that's right, yes, you did. Guys, what part of this aren't you getting? You caused the breakup. You caused that. Oh, wow. Why am I doubting my manifesting ability? I literally manifested my own fucking breakup with my shitty fucking thoughts about me and him and relationships. Why am I doubting myself? I fucking did that. I am a goddamn genius. I did shit without even realizing I was doing it. Some of you have come from some LOA bitch who said, only positive thoughts manifest. If you want to manifest, feel positive. No, bitch! You manifest every fucking thing with your predominant thinking, you dumb piece of shit. Stop telling people that only positive thoughts manifest. You literally manifest your breakup. You manifest losing money. You manifest getting sick. You manifest losing your job. You manifest people treating you like shit. You manifest losing your friends. You manifest losing your house. You manifest every fucking bad, shitty thing with your bad, shitty thoughts. Don't doubt it. You did it. Go back and assess. What the fuck was I thinking before we broke up? Oh, yes, I thought he might leave. I thought he didn't love me. I thought he might be cheating. And ta-da, all those fucking things happened. Oh, wow, did I do that? Or did he make his own choice? Oh, no, I did it. That's how you don't doubt yourself, darling. Can you explain revision? How do we revise a breakup? You go back and imagine you never thought those fucking thoughts and you never said what you said and he never said what he said. Go back to the scene of the breakup and imagine, instead of you going, what's wrong with you? You say, oh, baby, you all right? And he goes, I'm all right, babe. I'm just having a bad day. And you go, okay, baby. Instead of you having a fucking huge fight. You know what I mean? Revise it. I realised how much I caused my breakup, but that's the old story. She's conforming to the new story. Wonderful, darling. I just woke up and chose violence. Yes, I did. My coffee's kicking in. SP texted me this AM and asked to buy me lunch or a drink. It's happening. Couldn't wait to share. Ah! Lunch or a drink. Wonderful, darling. That's brilliant. That's wonderful, darling. Hooray. Just go in there with your queen energy, imagining that he loves you and that's why he's asked you. Realising I created all of my 3D with my old story was such an eye-opener. Exactly, guys. When you see it, you can't unsee it. When you see all the shit you created with your brain, you go, oh my God. My entire life kept happening over and over again. Shit kept happening. The same shit kept happening. Why? Oh, that was me. Oh, I fucking did that. And I used to complain about it to everyone, but it was all my fucking fault for thinking all these shitty thoughts about me. Got it? It's a year since we've seen each other. Oh, Truth Serum! Yay! A year? Oh, darling, that's wonderful. I'm so thrilled. Tell us what you were doing. Tell us what you've been affirming and what you've been imagining. Tell us. I love hearing what people have been doing. How do you feel about Sammy Ingram? She's wonderful. I learnt heaps from Sammy. She's great. Nothing like a Monday morning yelling by Loz while drinking my coffee. Yes. So, SP and I hung out and there was such a spark and I've been working on self-concept, but he still pulled the what? Well, stop saying he's done this, he's done that. The fuck do you know what they've done, guys? Probably based on the fearful thoughts you had between seeing him and not seeing him again. You had all these fearful thoughts. Oh, God, it's taken 2 days to text me. Oh, maybe this is too good to be true. I can't believe that was so nice. Oh, no, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. What thoughts were you having? That's why. Why don't I get your live notifications? I wish you were my best friend. Oh, I don't know, guys. Make sure you press get all notifications on the follow. Unfollow me again. Unfollow me and follow me again and press go to the top and press get all notifications. It's a TikTok thing as well. But also join the Facebook group, guys, because I give you warning in the Subconscious Laws Facebook group that I'm going live. My ex-husband cheated for years because of years. For years I thought he was. My bad. Glad I know this now. My ex-husband cheated for years because I thought he was. It's horrible when you realise it, guys. It's really horrible. But now you know. Now you know better, you do better. I'm late, but hi everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day night. Oh, Brittany! I stopped to say hello. And Loz, I intend the absolute best for you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Oh, thanks, darling. If no contact happens again, we just keep persisting and living in the end, right? Yes. Yes, Yasmin. Yes. He was a completely different man in bed. I was blown away. Oh, what happened? Oh, a sex story. Love a good sex story. What's happening? I feel like I can take on the world after you yell at us, Loz. Oh, good, Miriam. Where's the beginning of this? Nothing like a Monday morning yelling by Loz while drinking my coffee. Okay, but where's the rest of this thing about the man in the bed? Where is it? He was a completely different man in bed. I was blown away. This works. Wow. Where's the beginning? What happened? Where's the beginning? Travel with me, 44. Where's the first bit? What was he like before? Was he shit in bed and now he's great? What happened? Oh, I can't see it. Oh, no. Oh, I can't find it. Right at the beginning of that. Yes, Loz, go off. I need to hear that. God, I know I caused my breakup in some way and you called it. It's really annoying when you realise it, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble. When you've been blaming them the whole time. Oh, he's an asshole and he... Oh, it was all me. Where is the beginning of that sex story? Oh, here's Slightly Hood. To a love song. I'm not upset, but how can I turn this around? I feel like he's only doing this to make me jealous because I wasn't chasing after him when he got out of jail. Oh, he sounds like a keeper, darling. What's going on? If you've got a story that he wants you to chase him, if you've got a story he's trying to make you jealous, it's exactly what he'll be doing. I can't see the beginning of this, darling, but stop saying he's trying to make you jealous. Stop saying he's doing things to manipulate you. Stop saying any of those things and start working on your self-concept that A, would even try and attract someone who just got out of jail in the fucking first place, because I assume that means your self-concept somewhere that needs to be fished out of a toilet bowl, okay? And I would work on that, and you're the queen, and of course he's lovely to you and wonderful to you and never tries to make you jealous. He tries to impress you and treat you as his queen and do things for you and love on you and never does anything to manipulate you because he's all yours and he's fully committed to you. Start saying those things, darling, and work on your self-concept. Thanks, Sandy Kane. How are you, darling? Oh, hang on. Whoa. What's happening here? I ruin it when I get close to having a relationship. Please give me affirmations to keep together. Look, Divine Diana, I was talking to my friend last night about this and saying, if you have a belief that relationships never work out for you, or when they get too close or when they get too committed, you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, it'll always drop. Right? You've got to start stepping into the state of, my life is perfect. My relationships always work out. All my relationships have always been perfect. I deserve the most wonderful relationship and I always get them. Start stepping into being that girl who gets all the relationships, who gets the love. Of course I do. Of course the guys love me. Of course relationships work out for me. They always have. Rather than being in your old story of, yeah, relationships never work out. When I get too close to people, I push them away, or whatever the old fucking story is, because I've still got that story in my head and I've really got to get rid of that. I just looked at my manifestation book. I've manifested a few things already with my SP. Oh, happy darling. I'm great. My self-concept is 100%. Yes, Sadie! Love your page. Thank you for your help. Oh, you're welcome, darling. Bombshell go. When bad thoughts come up, can you affirm only my positive thoughts manifest? Yes, say that, darling. Absolutely. How often should we affirm? As often as your old thoughts are popping in. Whenever your old thoughts are there, affirm the new thought. It's just new thinking, guys. I made a playlist of our wedding songs from walking down the aisle to our first dance as man and wife. Oh, that's wonderful, darling. Do you believe in taking a couple of days off of affirming? Fuck no. What, you're going to stop thinking, are you? Oh, well, I'm just going to take a couple of days off thinking. I'm just going to let my brain run right and my mental diet go completely to shit and be back to square one and let my self-concept just drip slowly back into the fucking toilet bowl and I'll have to fish it out in 3 days. No. People who've done that lose their SPs and they come back to me, oh, I wasn't affirming when we got back together because everything was so great and then I got triggered by him and then now it's all gone to shit, Loz. I need a second call. And I'm like, I don't do the calls anymore, sorry. I didn't tell you ever to stop affirming. I didn't tell you ever to stop thinking new thoughts. I didn't tell you ever to stop being in the new state of I'm loved and wanted. Why did you do that? I never told anyone to do that. Who tells you to do that? You've got to stay in the state of I'm in a relationship. You've got to stay in the state of I'm loved and wanted. If your thoughts run you and you don't affirm and the old thoughts kick in, well, you're not staying in that state, are you? You're going back to the old you. You can't be the servant of two masters. You're either new you or old you. And if you start allowing the old thoughts to creep in, you become old you again. And then old shit starts to happen. But if you feel like everything's fucking perfect and your brain doesn't need affirming and you can just think positively all fucking day and you think everything's great, well, then fucking stop affirming. But then if you're asking me, the answer's no. Because clearly you're coming from a place of fear of thinking you can't stop affirming. That's why you're asking. They aren't even forced. I don't even try. They're just popping randomly. You mean your affirmations? That's wonderful, done. Hi, Kat. Oh, and I know what I want. He's emotionally available. I have a ton. How much time you got? Oh, I know what I want. He's emotionally available. Is that the stuff that you were saying he was saying? Wonderful, wonderful truth serum. And you haven't heard from him. You haven't seen him in a year. Wonderful. Where's the rest of this? I use, of course, all the time. Of course he loves me. Of course we're going to be together. Of course we're in a relationship. Of course. That's great. Hang on. I'm causing a delay by thinking about it too much. What's this? My SP really hurt me last night. I'm not sure what to do now. No, darling. You hurt yourself with your old shitty thinking about them and you. Assess what it was you were thinking that's caused that. I'm off, guys. Bye. Oh, bye, Kat. My ex broke up with me a month ago and blocked me on everything. I'm consistently thinking he is coming. Yes. We'll keep coming back. Am I causing a delay by thinking it too much? No, darling, but I want you to work on the self-concept that caused them to break up with you. What fearful thoughts were you having during the relationship? Have you worked on that? Or are you just doing Sammy Ingram shit like SP affirmations like a nut? I love Sammy, but if you focus too much on them, guys, you're not changing the problem, which is you. I wasn't curious, not scared. I haven't stopped filming. Good. Okay, good. Oh my God, yay. I made a live. Yay, it's Gretchen. Oh, hi, Gretchen, darling. This is the SP with company launch party in September. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. You're so insightful. Oh, thank you. My ex broke up with me, but I'm not blocked, and I have his location. No communication help. You have his location. Whatever the fuck you do, darling, don't go to his location. Please don't stalk them, guys. Start imagining you and them together. Start assessing what fearful shit you were thinking that caused them to break up with you, and work on that, darling. Please go, if you're confused, guys, about what I'm talking about, go to the Facebook group and watch number 25 and number 41. Search 25, 41 in the search bar in the group and watch those two videos about working on a self-concept and changing the old story about the breakup, okay? Thoughts on manifesting 2 SPs. Best way to go about it. Relationship with one pursued with another. I've done that. You just imagine they both love you. They both love me. They love me so much. They're both coming towards me. They're both vying for my attention. They're both calling me all the time. That's what happened to me. Then I just had to decide on one. SP told me he loved me last night and asked to see my sweet face soon. Oh, Brianne, did he? Oh, loved you and want to see his sweet face. That's wonderful, darling. I just live in the future and knowing it's done. Wonderful, Sabrina. Live in the end. Work on self-concept. It isn't hard, yes. What if the affirmations just feel like words and I can't believe it? They do just feel like words, darling, and you won't believe it because you've got old shitty beliefs that we're trying to counteract with those new affirmations. You won't believe it, and any dickhead telling you to believe it's an idiot. You're not going to believe it at first, guys. They're just words at first. They're just things you're saying at first. Now, I don't want you doing them like this. I'm so loved and wanted, I'm so loved and wanted, like wrote. I want you to do, I am so loved and wanted. He loves me so motherfucking much, like it's true. It'll sink in better that way, as if it's true. Your brain will go, oh, this is true, is it? Oh, okay, well, wow. Okay, you must love us. Lots of birds fall down, so excited. Oh, blow 1, 2. If tarot cards are all good news for me, then it means I've trained my subconscious mind. Yes, darling, but why do you keep going to the tarot? Why? My ex broke up. Hang on. Hang on, I'm scrolling up, guys. Hang on. Can you explain the idea of giving your power away? Well, you are the power, darling. So if you're thinking the universe is manifesting shit for you, that's giving your power away. If you think God's manifesting for you outside of you or a higher power, you're giving your power away. If you don't understand that your subconscious mind is what manifests your reality, you're fucked. And then you're going to be constantly putting things out in the universe, going to tarot readers, going to psychics, trying to get answers, trying to wait for something to happen, and you're not realizing you're causing the entire fucking thing the entire time, and everything's being manifested from within the building. Elvis is in the building. He hasn't left. He's still in there manifesting. Okay? It's nothing outside of you. And if you start going to tarot or you start waiting for the universe to provide, well, you'll be waiting for fucking ever. And you'll probably get this or something better, meaning not the thing you want. You'll get the something better, which is not something better. It's just not what you wanted, but it'll do. And any dumb bitch is telling you to manifest this or something better, they're literally saying to you, I actually don't know how to teach manifestation. I don't actually know how to teach you to get the thing you want because I can't do it. So I'm just going to say to you, this is something better because all I can teach you is the something else. Because I actually don't know how to teach you how to get the thing you want. Can we see this live later as well? My internet lagged when you're responding to me. Yes, but it takes me a while to upload them, guys. I'm like a month behind on the YouTube, on the Facebook group. When I go live on Fridays in Facebook Fridays, it gets posted straight away on Facebook, but these take a month. Sorry, guys, I'm really behind. I'll try and post a whole lot today and get up to speed. I think I'm up to July at the moment. Can we say, yes, I did the work and it won't ever be done, but I owe you, Loz. Oh, wonderful. Keep doing the work, darling. Don't stop. Step into your queen energy. Know he loves you. Keep going. I'm so proud. Who is this Truth Serum? I know we had a call. Who is it? I see you all the time, but I forget whose name it is. But seriously, watch lives back, everyone. It helps so much. Yes, guys, go on a Loz binge, seriously. And I don't mean that just because I want you to watch me. I just mean I go on a Loz binge for myself sometimes. When I was having a bit of a spiral the other week, I actually watched some of my videos for inspiration. I was like, who is this bitch talking? Who knows what she's talking about? You know. Been doing weight loss affirmations. Thought I looked good today, but pic sent to me I looked huge. Well, then you didn't think you looked good today, darling. You're still describing yourself as huge. Stop saying that. Look at that picture of yourself and tell yourself, I look fucking amazing in this picture. Look at how gloriously amazing I am. Look at my beautiful curves. My God, I look like fire. Say that, darling. How do I work on myself? And what self-concept affirmations to attract friends? I'm everyone's favourite person. I have so many friends. I go out so much, I've got no time for myself. Things like that, darling. I watch you while spiralling too. I feel comforted when you yell good. I loz binge. I feel like a stalker, but it's whenever I need a tube up, a refresher. Yes. What is the discussion? We're talking about manifesting, darling. How to manifest appearance changes. Just say what it is you want. I've got such tiny waist. I've got such glowing skin. My complexion is perfection. Whatever it is you want. Just keep saying it. Hang on. They're only reflecting your thoughts, positive or negative. Yes, Sandy. If I'm constantly thinking he's coming back, is obsessing over that causing delay? No, thinking he's coming back is great. But are you working on your shitty self-concept, or are you just obsessing over him? I doubt very much from your questions that you're doing anything about you. You're affirming anything about you. I'm so loved and wanted. I'm so motherfucking amazing. Who wouldn't want me? Once you've met me, you love me, and you can't be without me. You're doing that kind of shit, or you're like, he's coming back, he's coming back, he's definitely coming back. Are you doing that shit? That ain't going to work for you. That's obsession. Don't do that. I love you. Oh, thanks. I go on a Kimberly binge as well. It fixes everything. Yes, she just liked my comment. I just commented on her latest video. She was talking about don't think that your self-concept has to be perfect to get them back. And that's exactly right. And I put a comment and she just liked it. SP is supposed to be coming to see me tonight. How do I get into that queen energy? Look, go and do my queen energy affirmation videos. There's 2 of them. One where I've got a crown on my head, another one where I'm a yellow top all the way down the bottom. They're in the Facebook group as well in the self-concept affirmations. Or do Kim Velez's Queen Goddess Queen meditation. Do Kim Velez's Queen Goddess Queen meditation. That's a flat. I better plug this in. Wait a second. Guy ghosted me 6 months ago, circles back with WhatsApp instead of an apology. No, how do I reply? You don't need an apology, darling. You caused that. Do you guys ghost you a lot? Do you imagine guys are going to leave? Do you imagine guys are flaky? Do you imagine guys aren't committed? Do you imagine guys want to fuck other girls? What is in your brain that allows guys to treat you that way? You've got to acknowledge that it's your thinking that causes guys to treat you like that. You're not going to get an apology. Well, apologise to yourself. If we create our reality and how people perceive us, we perceive them, then why was I in an abusive and shit relationship in my teen years because I wanted that somehow? No. Well, what happened to you in the early years? So if you got in abusive relationships in teen years, what happened to you as a child, darling, between the ages of 0 to 7 or a bit later than that? How did your parents treat you? Were you neglected in some way? Were you not given the love you need? Were your parents not there a lot? Did they not give you guidance, love, affection, listen to you, understand you? Did they belittle you in some way, make you feel not good enough? Or were you actually abused, like sexually or otherwise, as a child, and therefore your constant state of familiarity is abuse, and therefore you'll attract abuse for the rest of your life until you get out of that state? What happened in childhood, darling? Because that's why. Kim Velez has 2 new meditations. Yes, I saw those. I actually haven't listened to either of them, but I must do because I saw that they've got quite a few views, and she does great meditations. SP and third party broke up. Oh, wonderful! SP is feeling down. Why am I feeling bad? I should be happy. Don't feel bad, darling. Fuck that bitch. Yes, belittled and talked down to. Okay, so if you're belittled and talked down to by your parents and you were treated badly and always felt less than, then you will attract someone who will do the same. So they'll belittle you or actually abuse you in your reality now because that's what you're so used to as a child. If someone came along when you were a teenager and was beautiful to you and doted on you and gave you flowers every day and told you you're beautiful, you'd probably think he was clingy and weird. And you'd be like, get away from me, dude. But the guy who didn't give you enough attention, pulled his attention away, said nasty things to you, belittled you, put you down, said things about your appearance and abused you, felt very familiar, and your brain was like, oh yes, we know this. This is us. Got it? So you've got to change that to stop attracting those fuckwits. Manifesting with Kimberly, that's her name, on TikTok and YouTube, guys. No, I'm not on YouTube yet, guys, but I am slowly uploading these lives to there, and I will do just YouTube content as well. And YouTube Tuesdays, I'll go live on YouTube on Tuesdays eventually. They are great. Okay, good. And hi, Elizabeth, darling. I didn't mean to tell you off in that comment, by the way. I know you're just trying to help, as always. Yes, belittle and talk down. I saw that one. I keep imagining this unfavourable scenario. Do I keep fighting it until the thoughts go away? Yes, darling, please. If you've got an unfavourable scenario, look, that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. And I had an unfavorable scenario showing up in my mind previously, and then it showed up. And I was like, oh, wow, well, I've manifested this shit with thinking about it. And it's hard to get out of your mind sometimes. I just want you to imagine the complete new scenario, new story, new story. No, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this. You've got to really do it like a motherfucker, guys, if it's still showing up. You've just got to be vigilant on your mind. As soon as you think of third party or no money or getting sick or whatever the bad thing is, the scenario, change it immediately. Fuck no, it's this now, it's this. And think only that, only that, only that, only that. Have affirmations ready to go. Have a scene in your mind ready to go. Have inner conversations with them ready to go. So you won't let your brain run you and let that scenario run your brain, okay? Because that's when they'll manifest. I like to imagine good. Wow, Loz, what you just said about how we are treated as a child, oh my God, thank you. That just clicked. Okay, good. Look, guys, it's just what's familiar. That's why people go, I always attract the same guys. No, you're not. You're the same you, and the same you is being reflected out, and people treat you accordingly. That guy could go to a different girl tomorrow and treat her completely differently. And people change, guys. You've got to understand, even abusers can change. Alcoholics can change, narcissists can change. Anyone who says they can't is wrong. I know plenty of addicts who aren't addicts anymore. I used to live with a heroin addict. He's not that anymore. Now, oh, addicts never change. Once an addict, always an addict. Really? He's happily married with children and a famous actor now. He changed. Okay? We can't overdo self-concept affirmations, right? No, you can't overdo them, guys. What is wrong with overdoing building yourself up, thinking you're the fucking shit? I always say, stop, cancel, delete when a negative thought pops up. That's wonderful. Stop, cancel, delete. Yes. 30 years sober. Yes, exactly. You see? And I don't believe in this AA thing of like, once an addict, always an addict. I think that's so fucking dangerous. And what they're doing in AA, as much as I know it helps people, but they put the power completely outside of them in God or a higher power. Like, you need them to help you. No, I can cope completely on my own. I don't need you, God or higher power or AA meeting. I just need me. The power's in me, and I can do this all by myself. Now, I know that's controversial because a lot of people need AA, fine. But what I'm saying is, if they change that and switcheroo AA into the power's in you, you wouldn't need to go to the meetings. And there'd be no point having AA meetings. So they can't tell you that, can they? Just like church can't tell you that the power's in you, otherwise, why would you go to church? Why would you give them any money? Alcoholics Anonymous, I'm talking about. Can you talk more about self-concept not having to be on point to get them? Look, all you have to do is step into the state of this is working and I'm getting them back in their mind and my self-concept's improving. It doesn't have to be 100%. No one's 100%. What I'm saying is when they do come back, it's great to get your self-concept as good as possible so you don't get triggered by the old them when they've come back. That's what I talk about a lot with self-concept, guys, is that when you get them back, you don't want to lose them. The getting them back isn't such a hard thing. It's the keeping them by not being triggered by the old you and the old them. Got it? There's nothing to worry about. She's nothing more than a friend, and I don't like her that way. Oh, what's this? Chandra, what are you talking about? I had a revelation with my therapist on Friday. I wanted to know where my shit thoughts came from. Now I know. Oh, good. How do I get him back? I'm heartbroken. Well, darling, if you stay in the state of heartbroken, you're going to stay there. Have you assessed what you did during the relationship, the fearful thoughts you had that caused it? Go and watch all my lives in the Facebook group, particularly number 25 and number 41. Go and join the Facebook group and watch them, darling. I'm treating my best for land as a trial run for my ISP. Oh, wonderful, love it. I've got to go now, guys, because I've got so much shit to do, and I know there's heaps of people here, but can't be here all day. There is no right way or wrong way to do anything. Yes, guys, if you tell yourself you're doing it the wrong way, then it'll be the wrong way. Whatever you believe, like, if I say this a lot, this will happen. If I do this a lot, this will happen. Oh, I can't talk about this because then it'll be a belief. It's whatever you believe, guys. What do I do if he told me to leave him alone and let it go? Okay, darling, well, you're obviously stalking him or contacting him too much or pursuing him. Please stop that, okay? You're in desperate, needy energy, and that's not helpful. Please don't do that, okay? Step back into your queen energy. Lean back. Stop doing anything and start working on your self-concept. Say, okay. Say, like, honor their no, guys. If they say no, say, okay. Don't be like, oh, my God, but. No. That's not coming from queen energy. That's coming from desperate, needy energy, and there's nothing more off-putting. Okay? And work on your self-concept really hardcore. Okay, guys? I've really got to go. ASMR laws on me whispering. I've been AA meeting once. I remember a very weird vibe, not meant to offend anyone. Yeah. Well, look, some people just love it and need it and great, but I just think putting the power outside of you is extremely dangerous. Extremely. All right, guys, I'm ready to go. I'm going to watch 25 and 41 while I'm at the gym tonight. Do. It's knowing that you don't know is the key. It's knowing that you don't know is the key. Is knowing that you don't know is the key. No, don't what? You don't know how it's going to come about? Well, yeah, you don't know how it's going to come about. Is that what you mean? Don't know. Don't know what you mean by that. I create my reality. 3D is BS. Now third party left him. Now I believe he's coming back begging to me. Yes, darling, you did that. You made that bitch go away, so he's coming to you now. Yes, darling. Bye, guys. Okay, I've got to go. All right, guys, if you don't follow me, I go live twice daily. Subconscious Laws, do follow me, and it's the same name as the Facebook group, Subconscious Laws. Watch all these lives back in there. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.